Here, drink this. I think we cracked the ionic balance this time, so it should make things go a little bit more smooth.
Matt, does that look like a 51-degree angle?
That is the cleanest 51.4 degree angle that I have ever seen in my life.
It's 55.
No way.
At best.
No way.
Don't be so cavalier, okay? Chris is placing his life in our hands. We need to take this seriously.
Well, I am taking this seriously. I know what a 51.4 degree angle looks like, my friend. And that is a 51.4 degree angle. Fine. We'll start over.
When dealing with a couple of bona fide geniuses, sometimes it's best to just smile and say yes. I never believed I would actually be in this position in the first place, but I guess if you keep looking, you'll eventually find what you're after. Darin and Matt had been an experimental physics team since they met at a NASA-sponsored rocket camp in college. Darin started off as a biologist, and Matt a chemist, so they do a little bit of everything. Sarah is a graduate student in psychology, but they all met when Darin decided they should start documenting some of their more recent experiments. Their work was breaking new ground, so they worked on the weekends to prevent the professors from stealing their ideas. But without going through their school, they didn't have access to the same pool of human test subjects. They were exhausting every avenue to find eager participants. Like me. Christopher James Columbus. A college dropout, jobless American everyman, looking for excitement. A big picture kind of guy, eager to experience the mysteries of the universe.
So what do you say?
Their experiments were risky, but if I could play a small part in changing the course of history with these amazing geniuses, I had to do it. So I said yes.
And how are you feeling?
I feel fine.
Pulse at 70?
Open wide. Well, everything looks good.
Chris, we're going to need you to sign these.
The NDA of the day.
Thanks, Sarah.
Okay, one more thing. We're going to need to measure your breathing.
Sure. We just need to see how long you can hold your breath, and that should cover everything we need.
That's fine.
Okay. And go.
While they worked out the kinks in their bigger experiments, they started me on a series of smaller tests to make sure I was physically and mentally ready for what was coming. They were constantly telling me that I could quit if anything ever got to be too much, but after what they had shown me when I met them, I knew this was just the beginning. I wasn't going to back out no matter what. Although some experiments seemed to have very little to do with their work, I smiled, said yes, and did what I was asked. This wasn't for me. This was for the world at large. Plus, Plus, they insisted on giving me $50 each session for my time. Not bad no matter how you slice it. After a couple of months, it was time for the experiment I'd been waiting for. I suited up to make history, like the brave men and women who ventured into the unknown reaches of space before me. Never allowed to tell my family or friends what I was doing, but then again, they never really asked. They probably wouldn't believe me anyway.
One minute and 52 seconds.
It's actually quite impressive.
What'd you guys need for again?
I think we can all agree that last week didn't go as we hoped.
What? What are you looking at me for?
51 degrees.
Oh, you don't know that was my fault. We were still working out the kinks. How was I to know he was going to transport into a car trunk?
Guys, I'm really not upset. You guys did your part. I'm doing mine. It's fine.
Well, I apologize for my colleague, but your enthusiasm is much appreciated. So, we have double-checked all of our formula from last time.
And the generator alignment angles.
And we are confident that this time will go much more smoothly.
All right. Let's do it.
Chris, I'm going to need to ask you some questions for the camera.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a quiz, it's just for our final report.
So it'll be clearer what you know and what you don't.
And feel free to take this time to ask any questions in case Matt or Darin haven't clarified anything for you yet.
Let's do it.
How long will you be gone?
2 hours, I think.
2 to 3, approximately. Yes.
And what is your goal?
To find out where I am.
Where and when. We need you to get as many details as you can so we can perfect our calculations. It's, sort of an art at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know why you only have 2 hours? Again, this is just for our notes.
It's because of the time part of the machine, the chemicals involved or something.
That's pretty close, yeah.
Would you like Darin to explain the details to you again?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Related to this, do you remember what we told you about the process we're using? Specifically, what can you tell us about active evaporative time projection?
Again, this is not a quiz.
I honestly don't remember, but I'm gonna get back in one piece, right?
Well, that's the plan.
Well, I trust you guys. You've done your part. This is my part.
Chris, do you have a cell phone on you?
Yeah.
Do you mind letting me hold on to it?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any other equipment on you?
No.
Here, I'm gonna need you to keep this on you at all times. I finished modifying the software on it for data collection last night.
He was able to hack it to work with the compass and gyroscope to do positioning without GPS. So you should have an accurate readout of your location no matter where or when you go.
Unless you go to another planet altogether. I don't have any maps for Mars in there.
You're not going to Mars, Chris. We can guarantee that.
Well, no, we can't guarantee that, but we are 99.7% sure that you are going to be on Earth.
Mars is awesome too.
Some of the features, like the clock, may still be a little bit buggy, but you know, just take it with a grain of salt or whatever.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's just one more catch. Since we don't know precisely when or where you're going to be, you need to be very careful not to lose it.
I don't even want to think about what would happen if this phone fell into the wrong hands. So basically, don't alter history. Think you can not do that?
I won't let it out of my sight.
Don't let anyone else see it, either.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us?
Let's do this!
Be careful.
Don't lose that phone.
Good luck.